Hello everyone back on my YouTube channel. I am Rendy from Universitas Ibija. In this video, you will do a podcast when the time innovative ways that young people could make to grow the love for local culture with our goods start today. Mr. Rifky Abdul Akbar. Okay, Rifky, please introduce yourself, please.
Alright, hello friends. My name is Rifky Abdul Akbar from the College of Tourism International Economy. Hello.
I'll agree. Then we will enter into today's topic, nine innovative ways that young people could make to grow the love for local culture. According to Mr. Rifki himself, Watkins of innovative ways are most effective that can make you people love local culture.
Alright, Mr. Randy. But before that, may I explain how important it is in loving and preserving our local culture?
Alright, Mr. Rifki, I invite.
Alright, Indonesia is a country rich in culture and diversity of custom and tradition. Culture is identity for the nation that must be respected, guarded and preserved so that our local culture not lost and will become the legacy of our children and grandchildren in the future. Loving the diversity of art that belong to the Indonesian nation is the responsibility of all of us Indonesian citizens. This cultural diversity is one of the assets of the Indonesian nation that must be preserved so that it's not stolen or imitated by other nations. Preserving the nation's culture cannot be limited by any age and group. We as a society who adhere to the principle of cultural custom have full right over our culture to preserve it, not to put aside the culture for any reason. Cultural diversity is a valuable identity for Indonesian nation because culture contains unique characteristic and important value from various regions. Not only the cultural diversity is only able to maintain the unity and integrity of Indonesian nation.
Wow, it turns out that it's so important in preserving our own culture. So are we young people also included in it?
Of course, we as the younger generation don't want to be outdone by the generation above us. Of course, we as the younger generation don't want to be labeled with young people who are not proud of the local culture and Indonesian culture, right?
That's right. We as a generation that wait to revision such a label. So is there an innovative ways for us as a young generation to motivate ourselves to prefer and love our own culture?
Of course, there is. The first way is start loving Indonesian art by yourself. Before we move others, then ourselves, ask ourselves how do we love Indonesian culture? How broad and knowledge in about Indonesian art? Do we already know local art of our area?
That's right. Sometimes we often forget small things like that, but actually it is very important. Like starting small is from ourselves by getting to know the local distinct culture of our respective region.
Therefore, let's start getting acquainted with the art and culture in Indonesia. There are indeed a lot of Indonesian art, and will be difficult to be acquainted with all the culture in Indonesia. Well, we can start with the local culture that exists in our area first. So there's no reason for us to delay getting acquainted until we fall in love with Indonesian culture.
Moreover, as the young generation, it should be as for us to learn the local culture of our art because our memory and our motor nerves are still very good. Then Mr. Rifki, is there an other way?
The second way is to open a community engaged in the field of Indonesian culture. The role of the community can aim to maintain, preserve, and maintain the local culture as well as possible, so as the strangest the nation cultures which will make Indonesian proud. With this community, art and culture, regional and national culture will be preserved and developed.
Wow, it's quite interesting. My reads. It turns out that there is a very important role in a community in private Indonesia culture. Or okay, Mr. Rifki, please proceed to the next mood hot.
The third way is to learn Indonesian cultural art in a cool way. How we can use our smartphone as a learning tool through access to social media such as Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, or on some one blog or website. Being, being able to learn about our own culture.
After we can know all the place where we learn about our culture, the ground or smartphones. We as the younger generation should have no more excuse for not being able to learn about our own culture. Mr. Rifki.
That's right. Moreover, the function of our smartphone is very usable as long as we can utilize and use it well, such as studying Indonesian culture.
Alright, Mr. Rifki, please proceed to the next meet.
The fourth way is not being influenced by foreign culture. To preserve our own culture, we should not be influenced by foreign culture. In the current era, in the current era of globalization, foreign culture are very easy to enter Indonesian society.
So do we have to reject and that all progress cultures that enter our country?
Of course not. What I mean there is that we can be influenced by negative things from foreign culture. Apart from not being influenced by foreign, we should still focus on foreign culture to study. We can study foreign culture, but we must careful take the positive side that can develop our side. We do not eliminate or dismiss our own culture identity.
Wow, it turned out like that. Thank you for explaining in more detail. Please go to the next meet.
The fifth way is use technology and the internet to promote Indonesian art and culture. Now with advance in technology, we can use in creatively package Indonesian culture to be introduced in Indonesia.
It looks like we can give an example of this. Should I actually raise more in YouTube connect about water followed Indonesia with can iPhone get a lot Indonesia culture to the world? The Mr. Rifky is there still a why next?
Of course there is. The last way or the sixth way, namely eliminating same one of the current condition faced by the younger generation, namely grid pressing when carrying out of implementing their local culture.
My economy where does it some mostly come from?
The embrace arise because it is embraced carry out this culture, and also due to the fear of being labeled as a villager, backward, and so on. So for that it is often that we as the younger generation are not ashamed to wear their own culture which has become a pride identity of a region or a country. Therefore, we as a society and the younger generation must be preserve the nation's culture. The goal is so that it does not fade and can be passed on the next generation.
That's correct. We ask the younger generation should be us of our own culture because it is or indeed as Indonesia citizens and we should respect it our first in sense that we have an account of our topic for today. We have written a lot about how to innovative things that young people can do to foster a love for local culture and the import of receiving local culture. I am Rendy as the host of today's podcast.
And I'm Rifky as a guest.
Goodbye to Rex. I am sorry if there are wrong words or so that I not listening to the heart of the viewers. And if you have other innovations was you can leave them, them in the comments close so we can this together show podcast today. See you later. Sekian terima kasih.